Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. If you like the video, please consider to give me a like and subscribe. Love you all. Now let's go. The noble daughter of the general's mansion, unexpectedly, take care of a little lunatic picked up by the roadside. But when her life's hand accidentally, sweeping the madman's neck, the boy who was seriously injured and dying woke up in an instant. Holding hands, Linksy was severely pressed on the tower. Linksy whimpered for him to let go. Only then did Lin Yin recover from his instinctive vigilance. In the end, he threw himself into Linksy's arms out of strength. The hot breath sprayed on her neck one by one. Between the neck and Linksy's heart trembled. It's too close. She quickly got up and pushed Ningying away. She subconsciously raised her palm to teach him a lesson. You can see the pitiful appearance of Ningying's cheeks burning red. The hen squatting in the air still failed to fall. She cooked Ningying's face with a quilt. Out of sight, out of mind. Soon after, the maid Walnut invited the doctor over. Broken bones pierce the lungs and are stained with wind chill. It's a miracle that it has survived until now. Take these medicines for rape. If I can make it through tomorrow night. It's like picking up a life and coming back. You Linksy didn't expect. Ningying's injury was so serious. I think he was crazy in a previous life. Unbreakable. I almost forgot. He is also mortal. It hurts. It KLs you. She asked Walnut to find a few little four to take care of them carefully. If he wakes up, report it immediately. But I didn't expect that night. Ningying has woken up. He got up and checked the neatly bandaged wound. It seems that the cold wind last night did not blow in vain. Then 5 fingers. There seems to be a girl's wrist left in the palm of his hand. Warm touch. He vaguely remembers. In a coma yesterday, I seem to have dreamed of some trash fish. So that in a trance, I almost accidentally injured the golden girl. But fortunately, I never showed my flaws in front of her. He thought to himself, I must find a way to stay in the general's mansion. This is much more convenient than doing things in Xiandu. Then he got up and scared him over the sleeping sea, walking away on the shadow of the moon. He had to find the Colosseum in the palace, and they cleaned it up. But between prison, Xiandu has turned into a sea of fire in Linksy. I was awakened by the noise outside. Walnut pointed to the distant firelight to miss explanation. It seems that the royal immortals are on fire. 2 fires in a row this year are too harmful. This sentence made Linksy's heart tighten, as if thinking of what is my destiny. Walnut lanterned to the backyard. Sleeping Jousy opened the door for her in a daze. Linksy, if you don't notice, you go straight to Ningyin's tower. Until I saw the sleeping boy, she was relieved. Then she turned to ask Jousy. He never woke up. Jousy hurriedly shook his head. Of course not. The little one has been guarding here. Linksy breathed a sigh of relief, looking at the serious injury. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Then, she hesitantly reached out and poked Ningyin's forehead. Still has a low fever. I don't know if he can make it through. Before leaving, she was worried that Jousy would take good care of him. Don't neglect him. At the same time, the boy on the bed also opened his eyes, his paper bones with meaning. He gently touched the tip of his forehead. It seems to be reminiscing about the delicacy just now. Warm touch. There is also an ambiguous smile on the corner of the mouth. Suddenly, I look forward to staying in the general's mansion. He was originally a noble prince, but now it's disguised as the lowest slave in the eyes of the world, in order not to reveal his identity as a prince. Ninjing, a fire burned down the entire imperial world immortal capital at night, but he doesn't know. Taken the lady of the general's mansion, in fact, the reborn, and already knew his identity. Although Yu Lingxi is clear, the fire of Ziguan County Palace and Yuji Xiandu, Adi Chengdu is related to Ningning, but she still can't be ruthless. Let the boy die silently in the cold night. After my father and brother came back from the fire in Yuji Xiandu today, Daddy was furious. Lingxi learned from her brother, while they were busy putting out the fire. The Eastern Palace sent someone over. I have to check a grave in the zombie pile. Dad is afraid of destroying the scene. I had a big fight with them. Lingxi is still a little confused about what this East Palace is all about. At this time, Walnut came over and whispered to remind the lady. The little beggar woke up. Yu Huanchin heard this clearly. Immediately asked my sister what little beggar. Yu Lingxi quickly explained, but it was just a few days ago. Rescued an injured little beggar in the snow. I'll send him away when he's healed. Yu Chanchin was skeptical. Before leaving, I didn't forget to remind my sister. The loyalty has not been peaceful recently. The unknown person should have been sent earlier, right? Lingxi sighed helplessly. Now that you're awake, let's go and see Zhao's room at this time. Ningyan Horse replaced him with a miss. Lingxi was taken aback by his novel name. Previous life. He always changes his name coldly. It's rare to see him so obedient in this life. Dear girl, Lingxi handed him the clothes and put them on quickly. You can no longer wear this dress. You should take the clothes obediently. In front of consonants, he began to undress and change. Lingxi was taken aback by him. I didn't expect him to be so shameless. But she couldn't help but take a few glances. Although the teenager is thinner than his previous life, but there are still a lot of muscles that should be there. She knew that Ning Ying's insensitivity was poor. There's a numb indifference to one's own body. I don't know what shame is. Lingxi can't figure it out either. Why 2 lifetimes? He doesn't care about his body like this. She quickly stopped Ning Ying's movements. Here is fish rot. It's not royal ring immortal poison. To understand etiquette and integrity, go behind the screen and change it. Rather do it obediently. Lingxi tentatively asked what your name is. Ning Ying's hand movements paused and replied 27. Lingxi asked knowingly, I mean your previous name. There was a moment of silence behind the screen. Just replied that I don't remember. Lingxi confesses whether you really remember it or not. It doesn't matter if it's still inconvenient to inform. Meeting Zandu has been destroyed. The male slaves were sent to serve at the border. I can't bear to send you too, but I can't keep you for long. It is better to avoid the action of the belt. Seems to understand her meaning. So he walked out from behind the screen in grievance. I understand what the lady means. No consonant response. He suddenly fell to his knees. What do you mean by bouncing up from your seat in an instant? He said sincerely that I bid farewell to the lady. Thanks to Miss for saving my life. Should have been repaid for lifelong service. But I'm a slave from the Colosseum. Self-knowledge of humility and fear dirty the eyes of the lady. He looked so pitiful. And past life tyranny. A bloodthirsty lunatic is a different person. Seeing Lingxi's heart was a little shaken. Ming Yin glanced at the tool kitten he stepped on. It's just that this cat still wants Miss to find another lover to take care of it. I was homeless. I can't let him wander with me and suffer. Although Lingxi knows that he will rule the world in the future. It won't be as bad as it is now, but I still feel a little guilty. But if you leave him behind, the identity of his prince was later exposed. The entire General's Council is embroiled in partisan warfare. The Taoist priest will be out of control. She is thinking. Ning Ning got up and left. He fell headlong again, pale face without a trace of blood. He looks dead. Even the doctor had never seen such a strange selling from him. It should be that although the external injury is good, the internal injury has not healed. While speaking, Min Jing opened his eyes easily. He whooped and got up. He murmured with difficulty, unwilling to let the lady embarrass him. I'm leaving. Lingxi hurriedly pressed his forehead, reassuring him not to move, and keep mumbling about how weak you look. Why doesn't it look like a previous life at all? I'm not finished. He immediately changed his mind and lay down. I really owe you in my past life. Obviously, I can only do it pitifully. Don't forget to swear that from now on. My life belongs to the young lady. Lingxi hurry up and interrupt him. Then I poked his forehead. Dear, hum these beautiful words. Let's wait until you get better.